Hello, Times Crossword, let's go. Do urban sprawls then reveal road feature? Sprawls looks like an anagram indicator for do urban. Then reveal. No, not getting that. Item in auction is a good deal. This is lot, double definition. A lot is an item in an auction, and it's also a great many or a good deal. Dinosaur, large one, found in park. This is relic. A relic is a dinosaur, as in something or somebody who's very old. Large is L, the clothing abbreviation. One is I. Found in park, found in rec, short for recreation ground. Study, nettle, that's curved outwards. Well, study is probably con. Nettle is vex, and convex is curved outwards. Gamble without parking permit, that's indefensible. Gamble could be bet, in which case one down may have a B in third place, and there is a B in urban. Now, but I've also noticed, road appears in do urban, but I don't think road would appear in both the answer and the clue. Chap to complain about hospitals, woolen garment. No, hospital could be H, so the woolen garment could be hat. Chap could be he or man. Stay in bed with case of indigestion after pork pie. This is lie in. A lie-in is a stay in bed. The case of indigestion are the outside letters of indigestion, I and N. After pork pie, well, a pork pie is a lie in Cockney rhyming slang, from which we get porkies. One yelling about temperature in part of church. Gosh, temperature is likely to be T. Part of church, no. Leo's work permit initially accepted by Canada. We're excited. Nope. Homer say, to scratch head and hum. No. Wow, tricky one today. Old general almost admits fighting for cooking equipment. Band-Aid is besieged by press guys. Most important, soldier on horse. Most usually indicates a superlative, so a word ending est, but I'm not thinking of a horse which ends est, so I'm not putting that in. Took turns with dancer covering line, dance's opening. Dance's opening could be the opening letter of dance, L, line could be L. So we could be looking for a dancer covering LD, with the definition being took turns. No, and L and D may be separated. The dancer could be just around L. And took turns is past tense, so I am going to put a D in last place since I've made so little progress so far. Small bear wound. This is snaked. Small is S, the clothing abbreviation. Bear is naked, and snaked means wound. Musical, finale to hour, plays. No. US city really upset state. US city is often LA or NY. Not getting that. Unit of heat measurement primarily. Yeah, this is ohm. An ohm is a unit. I think it might measure something to do with electricity, resistance perhaps. And then the primary letters of heat and measurement are OHM. Spirit, shown by Claude Monet. This is demon, and this is a hidden clue. No more than one in any Times Cryptic by convention. And the hidden indicator is shown by, so if we start with the D of Claude, we can read demon, which is a spirit. And quite often with these hidden clues, you'll find that the relevant words are split over different lines to make it harder to spot the answer. Now, K, that's often useful. Trumpeter reportedly went on main thoroughfare. So, a trumpeter could be a jazz musician, could be an elephant, and reportedly is a homophone indicator. So when we've got the trumpeter, we need to spell it differently for the purposes of the clue. Thoroughfare. Thoroughfare could be road. Ah, it is road, because yeah, just checking that I hadn't turned the sound off. I don't think I have. So, trumpeter. Well, an elephant has got a trunk. Trumpeter reportedly went on. Could trunk be a reference to an elephant? I'm not sure. Thoroughfare is certainly either thoroughfare or main thoroughfare is the definition for trunk road. I'm not quite sure how the first bit works, but I'm confident it's correct until proved otherwise. Musical, finale to hour, plays. No. Now this is the tentative D. Vessel obtained from seabed with top broken. Well, broken looks like an anagram indicator for seabed and top, and there is a D in there. So an anagram of seabed and top, meaning a vessel, which could be a glass or a beaker or a ship. Speedboat, fantastic. Sometimes can be tricky to spot these words, which are two words joined together rather than prefix or suffix, but yeah, those are the right letters. US city, really upset state. Wow, what is this? Don't know. Scare, a Liberal member. This is alarm. Alarm means to scare. A is A, Liberal is L, the abbreviation, and member is arm. Now, A, not the most helpful letter. US city. Yeah, this is Laos. So the US city is LA for Los Angeles. Really is so. Upset, reversed, gives Laos, which is a state or a country. Took turns with dancer covering line, dances opening. Wow, yeah, this is slalomed. So slaloming is when you're taking turns on a pair of skis going down a ski slope. The dancer is Salome, who danced for Herod in the Bible, covering line, covering L, and then dance's opening is the initial letter of dance. Fantastic. Now, does this T and O help. Musical. Finale to our plays. Wow. Musical could be Cats or Hair or Evita. Or it could be an, it is outro for you. So musical finale is the definition, and an outro is a musical finale. Plays is an anagram indicator for 2 hour. Leader wants, put chap on hold, deals off. No? Let's see if this U is helpful. So it doesn't end EST. Most important, soldier on horse. Yes, this is paramount. Paramount means most important. Soldier is para, short for paratrooper. On horse, on mount. Leader wants, put chap on hold. Deals off. Yeah, this is Nelson Mandela. So Nelson Mandela was a leader once of South Africa. Put chap, put man, on hold, on Nelson, which is a wrestling hold. Deals off, well, off is an anagram indicator for deal, to give Della. Fantastic. Picking up a bit of pace now, 11 minutes down. Old general, almost, admits fighting for cooking equipment. Well, I think it probably ends where. In fact, it does, because this is kitchenware. So the old general is Kitchener, a British general in the First World War. Almost means without his final R. Admits fighting, admits war, and then kitchenware is cooking equipment. Fantastic. K, a useful crossing letter, often. Musician, fighting heavyweight, boxing, king, probably K, the chess abbreviation, with energy, could be E, an abbreviation. So I think the definition is musician. Wow. Boxing is likely to mean enclosing. So we're looking for fighting heavyweight. So heavyweight is often ton. Gosh, not getting this. Except I am. Duke Ellington, a jazz musician. Let's see how the wordplay works. So, fighting is duking. Boxing king, double E, double L, that doesn't mean king, with energy. Gosh, this doesn't look right at all, but it does fit the letter pattern. Fighting is not duking, it's dueling. So dueling, boxing, K for king and E for energy. With ton, the heavyweight, gives Duke Ellington. Fantastic. Already looked at that. Crunch. Some data on a teleconference. Wow. I want to say this is byte. Is it I or Y? So to crunch could be to byte. Some data is a bit. On a teleconference, E. E, although it's often used for things online like email. It seems a bit weak if that's the reason why on a teleconference means E, but I think I'm going to hesitantly leave that in. Do urban sprawls. So this does look like an anagram of do urban. Then reveal road feature. Yeah, this is roundabout. So sprawls is an anagram indicator for do urban. Then reveal, then out. And a roundabout is a feature on British roads and in some other countries. Gamble. Gamble is punt without parking, without the abbreviation for parking, which is P, gives unt. Permit. Permit is enable, and then untenable means indefensible. Fantastic. Covering up. Place for gun, battery in the end. This is upholstery. So upholstery is covering. Up is up. Place for gun is holster. And battery in the end is the last letter of battery, which is Y. Profit once more with no capital. This is gain. So gain is profit, once more is again, with no capital, with no initial A. Merchant, to sell out with someone saving lots. No, not getting that. Band-Aid is besieged by press guys. And it's not an anagram of Band-Aid is because we've got two N's. So aid, it could be aid or it could be hand, besieged by press guys. Yeah, this is Iron Maiden view. I was struggling a bit with this one, but Iron Maiden is the name of a rock band. Aid is aid, besieged or surrounded by press, iron, guys, men. Already looked at that. Spot for rock climbing stuff. No. One yelling about temperature in part of church. Okay, I think I've looked at everything. And pretty much 3/4 of the crossword is done. Just the top right to go. Let me have another look at 4 down. Chap to complain about hospitals. Woolen garment. I think this is bobble hat. So, a bobble hat is a woolen garment. Hospital is H. Chap is Bob. And to complain is to bleat. So Bob and bleat about H gives bobble hat a woolen garment. Wow, look at this. B and H. Looks pretty useful. Merchant. To sell out. I think to sell out is to shop, as in to betray, with someone saving lots. I guess if you're a keeper, you're keeping things or saving things, and a shopkeeper is certainly a merchant. Now, is this B helpful? One yelling. Well, I just noticed that bell tower fits the definition and the letter pattern. So one yelling is a bellower about temperature, about tea, in part of church, bell tower. Fantastic. Homer say. To scratch head and hum. So Homer has multiple definitions. It could be a reference to the cartoon character, could be a reference to the author of the Iliad and the Odyssey. Could also be a baseball reference. Leo's work. Well, this is War and Peace. Leo Tolstoy is the author of the book War and Peace. Permit initially is going to be the initial letter of permit, accepted or included by. Canada, we're excited. So excited is an anagram indicator for Canada, we're. So anagram Canada, we're, about P, and you get War and Peace. So just 3 clues to go. United, to reach this point briefly. Yeah, this is together. So together means united. To reach this point is to get here. Briefly is a crosswording convention to mean don't include the last letter. Spot. Spot for rock climbing stuff. Oh wow, are we going to have a deadly duo? I'm not getting this. Spot for rock climbing. Stuff. Stuff could be a reference to just any form of fabric. I think this is gorge. A gorge is a type of rock formation like Cheddar Gorge, where you can go climbing, and to stuff can be to gorge, as in to eat greedily. Now, E, not a helpful letter, but it's all we've got. Homer. Yes, Homer is a reference to the author of the Iliad. He was a Greek. To scratch head, to lose the initial letter, leaves reek, which means to hum, with the meaning of to smell badly. So there we go. Every clue solved, every clue explained, no empty squares. Submit, submit. Hope and pray. 1 error. Oh no. And it's a typo. War and Peace. I spelt with a D. I spelt with an N rather than a D. Okay, that's disappointing, but you need to be really careful when you enter these letters, or indeed have one last careful read through before you click submit. But there we go, 22 minutes and effectively everything solved. And what a beautiful puzzle. Absolutely delightful stuff, superb range of general knowledge and vocabulary, and just a sheer pleasure to take a few moments out of your day to solve. So I hope you enjoyed. Well, what about the snitch? I think that was fairly straightforward. I think probably the snitch in the 60s or 70s. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that solve. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.